I'm originally from the Washington, D.C. metro area, and one of my favorite things about this area is how diverse it is. My favorite classes in school were art, technology, education, and math. And art was so fun because I got to unleash my creative side. Technology education was so great because I got to do so much hands-on work and do different projects with machine work and learning how to use all the tools. And math was actually one of my favorite subjects too because it felt like I was solving puzzles all the time, so I always enjoyed getting one perfect answer. When I was little, I wanted to be the CEO of Acura. I loved cars so much, and throughout 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, I would be able to tell the different models that would come out throughout the years, all the different makes and the models, you know, Toyota, Honda, Lexus, Acura. I would be able to tell you any of them by just looking at the headlights. Cars were just very fascinating to me. I liked the way they looked, all the different rims and the wheel types, and I thought that they were just so nicely put together, and I think that's ultimately what motivated me to pursue, you know, engineering and study that major. My parents are actually from Bangladesh, and they came to the United States in the 1980s to provide a better life for their family and also pursue higher education degrees. My dad was actually a master's student at Purdue University studying civil engineering.
I came up here in USA in 1983 at Purdue University for graduate study, and after graduation I was looking for a job, and I got my first job in Houston, Texas, and I worked there for a couple of years. Then I moved in this Washington DC area, and I have been here since then. In 1990, I flew back to Bangladesh, and I got married with my wife, Jolly.
We have been married for 30 years. Jahin is our first child, and it was not very easy to raise a child here, and I was in school also at the time. I was doing my master's, and we didn't have any help, where we get so much help back home. So we had to pay attention, lots of attention for Jahin, and my husband was helping me a lot. Back home it's very hard to get help from your spouse. So that's a significant difference in USA and back home.
Growing up, my parents really wanted me to become a doctor, and I knew that I wasn't the biggest fan of blood. Biology was not my strongest subject, and I just knew in my heart that having this love for math and being so passionate about cars, I wanted to go into engineering and follow my dad's footsteps.
She tried her best to put all the 3 kids into medical school, and she bought those toy stethoscopes, she bought all those medical toy books and all those nice things from the very beginning, like 1st grade, 2nd grade. And I think eventually all those things backfired, and I was just sitting quiet, I didn't say anything, and they all became engineers.
I ended up going to Virginia Tech in Blacksburg, Virginia, and during my freshman year, I wasn't sure if I wanted to pursue mechanical engineering or electrical engineering. Ultimately, I decided to pick electrical engineering. Being a woman in engineering is something that I'm very proud of. It's something that when I was a student, it was very hard to get through the courses because sometimes I really was the only female in my group, or sometimes the only female in my classes. I think something that I did to help with that was take on different leadership positions and join organizations where I met other females in engineering, and we all empowered each other and kept each other strong so that we can, you know, get through our degree.
Growing up in Bangladesh as a girl is very, you have your boundaries. You cannot go wherever you want to go. You cannot, like, I wanted to learn how to sing a song or drama school. I was not allowed to. So Jahin didn't have any barriers. Whatever she wants to do, we supported her to explore on that area. If she has any interest or she has any talent on that, it's very hard to express your talent back in Bangladesh as a girl.
But in our time, especially if you're a girl, you just cannot go anywhere or do anything on your own. Either has to be big brother has to say yes, or dad has to say yes, or mom has to say yes. So that kind of difference over there.
There were so many points throughout my college career where I didn't think that I could pass this test or finish this homework assignment or even feel smart enough to get through the program itself. But some of the things that I told myself as I was going through the program was hard work always pays off, the light is at the end of the tunnel, and just knowing that if I can get through this, I can do anything. So at Virginia Tech, our advisors at the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, they were really great about sending us different opportunities that were available, whether it be for internships or full-time opportunities. So during one of the email blasts that went out on a weekly basis, I saw that one of the emails was for the Army Research Lab. And so upon looking into it more and seeing the different mentors that were leading the program, I became interested and saw that this was actually through the Army Educational Outreach Program. And so I applied, and my mentor ended up being a professor at Virginia Tech as well, and I ended up being a part of the College Qualified Leaders Program. So AEOP is a really great program because it is for college students who are looking for internship opportunities and would like to hone in on their research skills and really participate in real life projects that impact our warfighters and soldiers. So AEOP opened a ton of doors for me. I was able to publish my research that I did and ultimately present that at various conferences. By participating in AEOP, I was able to learn the importance of meaningful work, and ultimately I took the skills that I learned throughout the summer back to the classroom, which kept me motivated to, continue with my engineering degree. As you know, engineering can be very, very rigorous and we're put through the ringer, but participating in internships and programs like these throughout the summer can really show you how the theory that you're learning in the classroom can be applied into real life projects. In 2016, I graduated from Virginia Tech with my undergraduate degree, and I immediately started work at a firm in DC where I've been able to utilize my engineering skills, critical thinking skills, and analytical skills to be able to look at different problems, tear them apart, and build them up to be even better. During my free time, I love to advocate for STEM careers and women in engineering, and I also help out with AEOP and helping cultivate their next generation of leaders. I'm very passionate about making sure that students have the opportunity to participate in STEM programs, STEM activities, because it really is a great field to get into, whether you're a male, whether you're a female. There are so many different opportunities and so many different research components that are still yet to be explored, and we definitely need everybody that we can to participate in these types of programs. I think a lot of people think that success is being better than the person that's sitting right next to you. I think success is more so looking at who you were yesterday, seeing that you've grown from that person and being a better person today. A lot of students think that they can't make it to the finish line. There's so many obstacles in the way, so many roadblocks, but always remember that hard work, being true to yourself, and taking advantage of the resources around you will always pay off.
Jahin was one of the first AEOP alumni that I met, and I knew then that our group of alumni were very special. Her work with women in engineering should serve as an inspiration for each of us who struggle with our own observed barriers, yet continue, undiminished, to reach for our stars. Experiences like AEOP help us all reach for, and maybe even one day live near, one of those stars. For information about the AEOP apprenticeships, please visit www.usaeop.com.